This is covered. Okay. Enter password. Autocomplete. Enter. I think it would be better if it if the cameras kept moving, but just you know, didn't work on you anymore. That's one of the vendor trash there. At least I'm assuming it looks like it.
Move to next checkpoint. Confirm. Confirm.
Alright. Nothing else here for me. Okay, I was there previously. Five. We'll just break this out. Again, the sheer amount of these just feels bullshit. But then again, it is balanced by the fact you don't get any XP. That's something, I suppose. But I know, just these being a thing, like the other ones, which were kind of unexplained and whatnot, there's such a limited number of them in the Human Revolution. There's so a few of them. It was an extra bonus item that was useful in some situations, like hacking Pritchard's thing early on and whatnot. But these are like dime a dozen, and they can hack up to level 5, the highest tier in the game. They're too good. Too good and too freely available. Oh Christ, this is gonna go poorly.
Just in case somehow you can hear me, I'm about to call down the Viersalife vault, Alex.
People were talking about, I just saw a thing online there. People were saying that there's like different endings to the game, like a best ending or something. They're trying to claim that you get an item on either side, here or the other side, the other choice, and they're trying to claim, well, one gives best ending, no, the other does, and someone else was claiming that neither give best ending. It's something else entirely. So now I have no fucking clue. There's a space missing there. Could be this vault.
Janice, can you hear me?
Yes, the link is weak, but I can strengthen it.
Wait, what are you doing?
The data rod contains a secret program. It's flagging everything it finds on Project Orchid and sending it to me.
Wait, that's an audio file. Can I hear it?
Hello?
Bob, it's Megan. Those orchid samples you told my new assistant to send to Switzerland?
I asked him not to bother you with that.
It's okay. I told him he could. But it's just, I've never heard of this GARM facility before.
A recent acquisition. I'll have to take you there someday.
That's not necessary. Listen, the changes we make to the orchid's Cas enzymes, they're incredibly dangerous. Until we perfect the replacement-based fragment, GARM's researchers must keep a neutralizing enzyme on hand.
I've read your reports, Megan. I know all about the failures of the CRISPR molecule. I'm even keeping a sample of the neutralizer inside a secure vault in case your research gets corrupted.
You are?
Trust me, you have nothing to worry about.
Thank you. I just wanted to be sure this time. Good night, Bob.
Good night, my dear.
Megan.
Dr. Reed, you seem disappointed. She joined Viersalife shortly before Seraph Industries closed. I assumed you knew.
I don't suppose you know anything about this facility in Switzerland.
Garm? I've been digging into it ever since your ex said the name. It was a geological research center until 2025, when Bell Tower Associates bought it. They didn't list it on their balance sheet when they filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah. I guess they also forgot to mention the Spec Ops unit that went AWOL. I have to get to Garm.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking about the augmented mercs who ambushed us in Dubai. If Paige sent them the Orchid.
That's everything. Unless they're storing something physical in there. Either way, I suggest you leave soon. With the vault in that position, you should be able to exit through the shaft. Good luck, Mr. Jensen. And please don't forget the data rod when you leave.
Nice. Parts. Some painkillers, some biocells. Christ, a lot of parts. Hydraulic pump, regulator, crafting parts. That's white. Gills. Okay, it's all connected. Use terminal. Hacking tier 1. That's embarrassing.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Starting to click off the trigger there.
Access granted.
Orchid neutralizing enzyme and a variety
Yes, can you hear
neuropathy.
me? I think I found that neutralizing enzyme Megan and Paige were talking about.
We don't have a lot of time, Mr. Jensen. We'll lose contact.
No problem, I got this one. I might be able to save a life or two with this, if the Orchid shows up again.
Ooh, there's also stuff over here. Colin, thank you again for making the trip. Palisade execs will be waiting for you. Everything's been set up for your visit to our company vault. You might find some interesting data in there. The code to the computer is this, in case you need to access it. You may as well leave this pocket secretary in there for next time. AJ09-0921, patient X. Sex, male, age 32, blood O, RHD negative. Notes: DNA analysis of sample taken currently shows unusually high presence of mutagenic chemicals in the primary strand. These don't appear to be harmful, however. In fact, X appears to be healthier and more resilient to infection than most subjects of a similar age and ethnic background. Although, admittedly, this is based on personal observation only. Access to X's medical files and history is not possible at this time. More interesting to note, however, is that these chemicals do, when isolated and introduced to is what these chemicals do when isolated and introduced to the P-dot cluster. That's 24 hours. Artificial materials within the cluster have been completely encapsulated in a thick, semi-permeable coating of subject's own neural tissue. In effect, the invaders have been disguised as part of the subject's nervous system. Tests have yet to be concluded, but it is my belief that the P-dot clusters built within this unique DNA signature will be undetectable to the human nervous system, human immune system. The bond between what is nervous system and what is external device will be blurred to such an extent that no glial tissue buildup will occur. Neuropazine may no longer be needed. Adam Jensen's the AJ. Thank you for the autocomplete. King Bob. M. Greed. Megan, you there? Hi Bob, I was just talking about you. Good things, I hope. Chatting with Gary. Oh, of course. He's seen some great results in the last 12 months with the gene strain. I didn't get the details, of course. He's very hush-hush about these things. I'm sure he'll fill me in. Progress on Orchid? Promising. Latest test results show almost no CM buildup, which indicates less guile interference. What about the mutability problem? Still struggling with that. We have the inside track on a neutralizing agent, taking advantage of its binary nature. Wonderful. Excellent news. We're all very excited. Certainly makes working on this thing less stressful. Good. I'll let you back to it. Thanks, Bob. See you soon. Why is she shutting me out? I need access to that site. She's not shutting you out, she's just careful. The eyes of the world are still watching. I kind of garbled what I was saying there, so let's ignore that. Why is she shutting me out? I need access to that site. She's not shutting you out, she's just being careful. The eyes of the world are still watching, which is exactly why I need access. We have equipment down there. Sensitive equipment. It needs to be recovered before the ocean completely destroys it. I know, trust me. I just helped Balthar get rid of the same thing from your other underwater lab. Lucius put Elizabeth in charge of this one. Her position at the WHO makes it easier. She'll send you everything she recovers as soon as it's safe enough to do so. We need to move carefully, Bob, now more than ever. Archived. Mr. Page, the Shackleton facility. Nod to the end of Deus Ex 2. Or no, was it? It wasn't. Yeah, it was not to the end of Deus Ex 2. You didn't go there in Deus Ex 1. The Shackleton ice field or whatever it was. Is almost ready for full operation. Everything's been laid out according to specifications. All equipment has been moved in, minus a few incidentals. One of the incubators was broken in transit. Living quarters are fully stocked as well. Personnel is scheduled to transfer next week. Will you be wanting to brief them in person? We are experiencing some issues with the transfer of experimentals from New Mexico, specifically the bovine manipulation project. It may be prudent to wait until a later date, but we'll leave the final decision up to you, Colin. Colin Harris. Heaven. It's the space program they keep mentioning. This is something. Like, this feels significant. I guess that's whatever they've been recovering from the Ford thing. Okay, they're saying I could ride the shaft out here. Or use shaft to get out. Oh. Oh. I'm glad I have the Icarus landing system. Just gonna take a second look. I didn't forget Anne, did I? What's with that reflection on the bottom? Oh, that's the button right there. there's some vaults around here I can also access. I think there's... No, there wasn't any inside there. Here's one.
Anomaly detected. Trace
Damn it.
access granted.
Not a big deal, just annoying. Blackest vault. Okay. Where the hell do you get the Picus card? Picus card. Mankind. D-I-V-I-D-E-D. Okay, it's in the Abuse Apartments with Johnny Gunn. Okay, I do need to go back there. Okay, we'll get what we can from here, then we'll go raid Stanix. Raid that apartment complex. I do want to check out Stanix, because apparently there is a hidden room there, and I'm not sure if I've accessed it or not. Okay, I don't have the Tarvo security card either. Right, do I have any of them? I thought I had... I remember reading about the other one, but apparently I never actually got it. About the Picus one. I think I got distracted.
Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Oh, we have the Taiyang medical one. That creeped me out. I'll call back to the end of the last game. Technical drawing of an experimental projectile nanoblade augmentation, including ammunition dispenser. We're using the following. Use the following to access full computer. Change password before leaving. Important. Last user forgot. U pillars? This is what we're thinking of releasing to the press. I believe it strikes the right balance between our history and our future while not giving specifics. If you approve, I'll send this to our contact at Picus and have them work on it. Shen Dan Fan, the recently named CEO of Taiyang Medical, has continued the augmentation giant's practice of buying up failing tech companies and giving them new life. Shen Dan Fan was entrusted by the board of governors to assume the leadership of TYM and to guide the corporation through this difficult time for the industry. I'm honoured and grateful to the board for the opportunity to lead this exceptional organisation of creative, dedicated teleprofessionals who shape a new future together. Over the past 8 months, Young Medical has acquired Kusanagi, Asune, and the faltering remains of Tesserif Industries, all former rivals in the biotech sector. Taggart. Huh. To Zhao Yunru, the previous leader. I've heard from Hugh, his work on the chip is basically finished. Should be getting the schematics and details soon. Production and distribution must begin immediately. Everything must be in place before the vote. With this, not only will control the technology, but the people enhanced with the technology. We'll be attending the Pachi event. I'm interested in seeing what has been done since last time I visited, and knowing Darrow's penchant for the flamboyant, I'm sure his press conference will be spectacular. Indeed it was. We finally had the breakthrough we were looking for, the key in reverse engineering the old chip. Once we received the archived Darrow Industries files, it was actually a simple matter, well, relatively simple. The new chip will do as you requested. When activated, it will inhibit augmentation function to normal human levels. I liken it to a vehicle speed limiter. The sampling effect is not permanent, but with extensive knowledge of augmentations, it cannot be tampered with. It is interesting to note that the chip can be used to boost augmentation performance. I'm not sure what side effects might result from this sort of overclocking, though. Is that what they used? Or is this a new thing? Like what they used in the first game.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.